Up until March the 22nd, a total of 18 innocent people have been either burned or stabbed to death in the riots on March the 14th. 382 people have been injured. Rioters set alight to more than 300 public buildings, over 120 residential houses, and burned and destroyed some 900 shops and stores. More than 80 police and civil vehicles were set on fire. Local residents also volunteered to clear away debris and clean up the streets.
We are working to gather enough materials for people's basic needs. Tibet is at such a special moment. We have to guarantee that every citizen lives a stable life here in Lhasa. At the same time, we are working hard to arrest those behind the violence as soon as possible.
In downtown Lhasa, the shelves of stores and homes can be seen everywhere. But as people start putting things back together, the city is on the way back to normal. Lhasa's Patala Palace Square is a holy land for pilgrims. As the city restores to calm, the number of pilgrims who come here to pray is gradually increasing. Gulak has lived in Lhasa for over 20 years. He says the recent incidents have scared the people around him and their normal life has been destroyed.
The pilgrims dare not come to worship. We're against splitting the country.
We were enjoying a peaceful life, but they stirred up such chaos. We really hate them.
My heart is very heavy. A small group of secessionists has unleashed great violence on Lhasa. They've destroyed our happy life. We can't go to work. Our children can't go to school.
If
there should be similar incidents in the future, we will definitely be against them. It's absolutely necessary to punish the culprits in accordance with the law. This is for the interests of the people, for social stability, and for national unity.
The Dalai clique used various means to contact and issue orders to their co-conspirators in Tibet. They also resorted to all sorts of tricks to stir up trouble among the people, hiding the truth from them. All this shows that the Dalai clique has never stopped its efforts to disrupt national unity and seek Tibet independence.
Evidence shows that the latest riot in Lhasa was deliberately incited by domestic and overseas separatists who advocate Tibet independence. The riot was premeditated, masterminded, and instigated by the Dalai clique. It aimed to disturb a peaceful and stable social environment so as to cause social chaos before the Beijing Olympics in an attempt to split Tibet from China. Splitting the country is against people's will, and sabotage is bound to fail. Sonam Patro is an ordinary resident living in Lhasa. As a senior, he has experienced the period of the serf system in Tibet and its peaceful liberation during the past 60 years or more.
I am over 60 years old. I lived under the old system for 16 years. So I know the system and the way of life in the old society were very brutal. I have the right to speak about my experiences. In the past, we had no land, no room. Many of us even had to beg for food. People became their own master only after Tibet's peaceful liberation and democratic reform. Since the reform and opening up, great changes have taken place in Lhasa and the whole Tibet. Now we are on the road to a moderately prosperous society.
Sonam Pachu says Lhasa is experiencing rapid development. He was very angry about the crimes committed during the riots.
We are living a happy life. We're angered by the violent activities of the Dalai secessionists. We will fight against them to the bitter end.
Chobsingkan district is one of the most prosperous districts in Lhasa. It is located near Jokang Temple. Through years of effort by shop owners of all ethnic groups, it has become the main place for Lhasa residents to buy daily necessities. It draws in many tourists. However, in the violent acts of March the 14th, Chobsingkan Market was the worst hit. Shops suffered in varying degrees and smashed years of efforts into pieces. It has had a negative impact on people's businesses. What they want most of all is to have their good life back.
I
hope that national solidarity can be realized in the near future, including stability. We hope to enjoy social stability.
We are now living a good life, and we want to continue our way of life. We hope we can open for business in the near future.
We will make Chomsicam a better district. We will make it more prosperous and cherish it all the more. And we will keep it stable and united.
Lhasa citizens talk about how they want to enjoy a good and prosperous life. Many religious people believe the rioters should never have carried out the violence which have severely trampled over the dignity of the law.
Wearing robes and beating people and burning houses. What kind of acts have you carried out? We should always be good Buddhists. Even more importantly, we should be good citizens. How can you live as a Buddhist, still less as a citizen, after you have done so many terrible things?
The rioters have destroyed so many things, as well as the stability and the unity of our society. People can't live normal lives anymore. They can't even go to school or do business. It's really sinful. We should maintain a stable and harmonious society and honor the Buddhist way of life. Only by doing this can we realize our goals.
Kaiju is the Vice Dean of the Tourism and Foreign Language College at Tibet University. He has been following Tibet's economic development. He says Tibet is going through a period of fast development.
I'm doing the teaching and research work on tourism. According to our tourism plan made several years ago, we estimated that the total number of tourists for 2006 and 2007 would reach 1 or 2 million. But you can see that in 2007, the number actually jumped to 4 million. We use the term Great Eruption when describing such rapid development in tourism. However, it's in these good times that some secessionists and the Dalai clique don't want to let Tibet develop into an atmosphere of national unity. What they want is an underdeveloped Tibet.
Tourism is the pillar industry in Tibet. The beating, smashing, looting and burning has had a huge impact on Tibet's tourism industry.
I think the losses cannot be measured by money. Development and stability are the greatest things for all parts of the nation. Only by relying on steady development and the unity of all ethnic groups, Tibet can move forward and enter a more splendid era in a harmonious society.